ladies and gentlemen, for the 881st time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that lady called Lisa.
Hi.
As well as that dude called Jew.
What up, bitches?
Me, I am Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show. What's good? What's going on? What's the haps?
Same.
Yeah, man, world keeps turning. We're missing our boy Mike again this week. He's in the midst of wedding preparations.
He'll be down and out for a month. He won't be here next weekend. And then the weekend after is his wedding. And then the weekend after he'll be in somewhere.
Right, because he's doing like
Barbados or
honeymoon and such.
Somewhere. Which I think he's gonna go down there for a week.
Barbados, I believe.
Maybe 10 days, maybe. So it'll be another 3-4 weeks, so he come back here.
Yeah, man. We're missing out on the stories of whatnot.
We're gonna have something to come back. He had some sources yesterday. I don't remember what the fuck he was talking about.
He has something going on with the sources?
I don't know. We was talking about something and he pulled out his sources.
Sources?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the sources. That's where he be coming up with all that goofy shit that's probably not real.
We was in the pool talking. I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about. Me, you, and him.
And he was probably saying something ridiculous and you don't remember it because it seemed so ridiculous.
Yeah, he threw out some ridiculous sources or something. I don't really remember. There was a lot going on yesterday.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Whole lot of ridiculous times.
A lot of IPA.
I was gonna say, you said you had 4 IPAs that you didn't finish?
Yeah. I had a 12-pack, and I'm pretty sure I drank like 6. And then there were like 4 that were just like floating around this morning that were mostly full. So I think every time I wanted a sip, I got a new beer.
So you went through 6, but technically you only drank like 2 and a quarter.
No, I definitely have more than that.
She definitely drank at least 5.
Yeah.
Right on. So you had 5, and then you had 4 more that were just laying around that you had some of each.
Yes.
So technically you probably had about 6, like you said. Okay.
Which is a lot of IPA for me.
That's a lot of IPA for most anybody.
Yeah.
You drink a 6-pack of like...
We started so early though. It was like an all-day thing. Like the party started at 1.
Y'all were trying to maintain in ways you shouldn't have been trying to maintain is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I was fine until about 9. And I pretty much had about enough of the day. I was ready to lay the fuck down.
No, I can understand that. That's the kind of day it sounded like. Y'all out there drinking and hooping and hanging out in the damn pool and shit. That's a great way to get yourself super dehydrated because you feel comfortable.
Oh yeah.
But you're way dehydrated.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I was so thirsty. I woke up at 7:30 this morning like dying. I was so thirsty. I went in the bathroom and put toothpaste in my mouth and then drank like straight from the spigot.
So you went toothpaste, just with my finger, just some raw toothpaste with your finger, and then you drank water on top of it?
Yes.
Damn, girl, you fluorinating the shit out of yourself.
I know. That's okay though. I needed water more than anything else.
Fluoride's acceptable when the water's needed. I understand. That's how most places think of it. Mm-hmm. You'll drink this contaminated water and be happy.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, I think I'd have drank a bunch of water and then brushed my teeth with my finger and rinsed. But I appreciate that you have like the aspiration to clean the mouth.
Oh yeah. I woke up and I felt like I was dying. I was like, oh god. I was pretty hungover this morning.
Yeah, that's how I'd have felt if I drank 6 IPAs yesterday.
Yeah, Andrew made me eat. Drew made me eat last night. I don't even remember.
You gotta. Like, he made you eat mid-drunk?
Yes.
Bravo, Jew. That's professional.
Yeah.
See, that's a dude that gives a fuck about his old lady. Baby, I'm gonna need you to...
fucking eat yet. I'm like, really? Like,
no, he just doesn't want me to be too drunk because I'm annoying. So he was trying to...
You need something to throw up if you're gonna Ralph, though.
Make me eat so I wouldn't be so drunk. I didn't mean to get that drunk. I really didn't. I never mean to.
So you didn't have the intention of being obnoxiously drunk, but you were yet
I don't think I was
obnoxiously
obnoxious.
drunk.
Was I obnoxious?
Not really.
I don't get like super. I'm not like
But
a
that's because he
typical-
made you eat.
drunk white bitch. Like, I know girls that every single time. Like, I
Look,
had this.
silly drunk bitches, regardless of the color of their
Dude.
skin, is a problem.
I had this one friend, Amanda, who every time I knew, like, I liked hanging out with Amanda, but I knew it was going to be a shit show. Like, I knew by the end of the night she wasn't going to have shoes on. We don't know where they were in the bar. We know she's getting into somebody's random car that she thinks is her Uber. She's walking around the city of Richmond with no shoes on.
So there's an
Like,
element of ratchet Britney Spears that I
yes.
find very attractive
yes, me
there.
too. Me too. I think it's
But
fun.
just on
to
like
a point.
just on the story, like she's
To a
barefoot
point.
in the city.
Yes.
Like there's a part of me that's like you're adorable,
Yeah.
but there's a part of me that's like you're also fucking dangerous.
Well, somehow we ended up partying with like VCU students, which were like 40. Like, there's no reason why we should have been at a VCU house party.
There's no
Like,
reason not
We
to.
started at a bar.
I'd be
and
up in
we
that
were
VCU
like-
house party pulling down some ladies.
Yeah, we were like, I was giving advice. Like, I remember sitting around with all these boys around me, and I was like giving them advice on how to be a good boyfriend. Like, like these are the things that you need to do now for your ladies.
So they were
And,
seeking advice on how to treat the women that were
Yes.
their own age and not trying to bang you.
I mean, they probably were talking to me because I was, you know, they were, I don't know, maybe they just thought I was like a beacon of wisdom, or they wanted to bang me. It could have been either
There's
or.
probably some of both.
It was probably some of both. But
Yeah.
then we like ended up leaving that one night. We left that house party.
But you can use that wisdom as well as try to bang someone. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You can be like, oh, that's an interesting tidbit for if I ever have a girlfriend. But
Yes.
you want some of this dick?
Right.
Got some dick for
Right.
you.
And
You're
I
interested.
just remember being pretty wasted, and I kept saying to Amanda, like, I think that if I wanted to, I probably could fuck one of these college boys. And she's like, yeah, you dumbass.
Damn right you could.
But like, it had never occurred to me because I just think of like 20-year-olds and 24-year-olds and 23, anybody in their like early 20s. I'm like, don't even find them sexually attractive because I just feel like I could be their mom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm old enough to be their like auntie or their mommy. Like, I can't. It's weird to me, right?
Hey, right on. Whatever weirds you out,
But
weirds
I
you
was being at
out.
this party and I was like, I actually think I could bag these fuckers. Like,
Absolutely
this
you
is
could.
ridiculous. But we ended up leaving that party. Then we went to
Haven't
this,
we
like,
mentioned the 18 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy? Like, if you throwing some pussy at
Lord.
somebody, there's a good chance they're going to catch that shit.
Yeah, but that's weird to me. Like, what are you?
Well, look,
like,
Lisa,
what kind of mommy
I think
complex
it's
are you fulfilling?
Nah, it's not even that. It's like women are women. Like when I
Yeah.
bartended, like I got to know women of all ages, and I don't really think of you all on like majorly different scales depending on your age, because you're all just
Right.
about as silly, no matter what age you are. You're always the same kind of silly. You're just fucking
You think
older.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least from bartending for fucking like
I don't know.
a
I
dozen
think I'm
years.
a fuck ton more mature and less. I mean, I'm still silly, but I'm not.
You're
dumb.
but you're the same like the person is the same essence of that person, whether they're 25, 35, 45, 55,
That's true.
65. So like if that person's essence is cool and I want to be around it, I don't care if they're 25 or 65.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, can we chill? Because it's more fun to chill with you than it isn't.
Right.
But that's like not a common thing.
Right.
So I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you're 25, so no dice. You know what I mean?
I think I would.
Yeah,
I'd
I know
say
you would.
25, no dice.
Yeah, you're silly.
Yeah, but I don't think men are the same way. I think women probably, what you're saying is a little bit more on par. I don't think you can apply that to dudes. I think that dudes are not mature until they're like in their late 30s.
Well, that might be true. I don't know.
I mean, even ones that like had kids young and stuff, like the Jew, like they had to grow up quick, you know. So like maybe a 25-year-old with 2 kids would be.
God damn.
Like, I'm just saying, like maybe
See, but
that
that's-
one's more mature.
Well, but that one might
Then, like-
that one might work out if you were in a position where you wanted to sit like
Yeah,
a
I could
situation with
never.
somebody. And you meet a 25-year-old with 2 kids and he's got his shit together.
No.
You're gonna find him a lot more appealing than if he's like stumbling out of the frat house.
when I was
Like that's the whole
yeah.
point, though. Like a 65-year-old with their shit together,
Yeah.
looking good, is gonna be a whole lot more appealing than some fucking stumbling out of the fucking
Yeah.
house 65-year-old mess. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I can remember, like,
Right, some old drunk 65-year-old bitch that was hot when she was 25. You know what I
who that
mean?
reminds me of? You remember when we went to that wedding, baby, and Amanda's mom? Different Amanda. I know several Amandas.
You know a lot of Amandas. If you're an
yeah.
Amanda in the state of Virginia, don't worry, it's not you.
Yeah.
This woman latched on to the Jew and like followed him around. She had to have been in her 60s. She was wearing an all purple Barney suit.
No, that was Ricky's mom, right?
That's Amanda's mom. That was Amanda's mom.
I thought that was Ricky's mom.
Oh yeah, she from Powhatan.
One of their moms just wanted to just
She did. She was
Go on
following
now.
the Jew around the whole
I had
night.
to run from that bitch.
Yeah. And she kept trying to like snake his joint from behind his ear and shit. She was like,
Nah, hell no,
She was
dude.
thirsty, bro. That shit was thirsty.
really
Yeah, you were
was.
in here talking about that, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
I
I
think we
came
talked
up on
about
the
That
podcast.
definitely came up on the podcast, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Thirsty old bitches. Say, man, these old women are thirsty these days.
I was waiting on a meeting with HR on Friday because Thursday I turned old boy on to Bandcamp, the YouTube, the podcast, my safety guy. So I thought for sure.
Oh,
that the
okay.
whole
Shout out
world was gonna
safety
be
guy.
in there.
Did safety guy, you didn't
if
knock
we
him
had
out?
guidance counselors or something, I thought for sure every one of them motherfuckers was gonna be out here. We gotta talk to this son of a bitch, you know what I mean? But
Put the
bring
air hammer
specialists.
down.
trauma counselors on site for those that have watched the Jews podcast.
Yeah, man, this is some traumatizing shit. You think it's traumatizing to watch? Try living this shit.
he
You
run up on
fuckers.
me and I'm over there talking to the one guy about how I wish I just got a big sledgehammer and I could just take out walls and shit. This is a conversation I'm having with these guys, like, because we started talking about something and I'm like, yeah, demo, I like demo. And we started talking about getting on them big ass machines, digging and shit. I was like, I'll do all that shit. Like, it ain't nothing but like playing Atari, motherfucker. And I was like, I really like just beating on shit. Like, I'd like to just take that whole wall out with a sledgehammer, like right now.
Like, you want to do it as inefficiently as possible.
Yeah,
But
like, I just want to beat the shit out of it, bro. Dude's just like, you're just the guy I was looking for. And I'm like, what's up, bro? Did he tell me all about that? Listening to my shit. That's this fucking dude here. But he said he fucked with the podcast now. He was talking about. So I don't know.
funny.
well, shout out safety
That
guy.
may be good. That may be bad. I don't know.
I mean, you know, it really depends on what happens when. Like, we.
Yeah, I mean, so at that bridal shower I went to recently, when a girl recognized my voice around the corner, right, and was so tickled to meet me. She was like, "Oh my God, you're the Jew boo," and then she went on to say that like
The Jew boo.
I know. Then she went on to say that that I like positively affected her life because of a rant that I had between you and I. We were arguing about something.
Good. That's why we
And-
do this.
Yeah, and she went on to explain that like I was talking about guys cheating, and she was getting out of a relationship where she was being cheated on, and she said that I basically like made her feel a fuck ton better about the situation. And I was like, I don't even remember that episode, but okay,
Yeah,
honey.
I don't remember it, but I'm happy we're helping.
Apparently we had a transformative talk about cheating one day, and it
Oh, the
helped
two of us
somebody.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And it helped somebody.
Right on.
I know. It made me feel really good.
I like trying to help.
I know. I felt famous too. I like that feeling. I was like, oh my God, they recognize me. I'm famous.
Hell yeah, Jew Boo in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jew Boo of the Mason and Friend Show. I haven't called myself Mason on the show in a long, long time. I am Mason of
Yes.
the Mason and Friend Show. That's right. I
Yes.
am the Mason of Mason
I know. Doesn't
and
it feel
Friend Show.
cool? Don't you feel cool? I love telling people that I'm on a podcast sometimes, and that my boyfriend has a podcast with his buddies. I love it. People geek out over that shit. But I have to be careful because I don't want everybody from work like listening, because I'm a boss lady and I can't really be having all the riffraff.
Yeah,
listening.
this is a dangerous tightrope to walk.
It is, because we talk about everything.
Yeah, like I've talked about so
We're
much
dirty.
stuff, and I'm so dirty and nasty and filthy and crazy and out of my mind and opinionated.
Talking
Yeah.
about a lot of
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I mean, we could do revisit old episodes and rediscuss things. We could, like, randomly pick an episode and we'll play 5 minutes and be like, all right, now what do we have to say about that?
This day in history.
On this day in Mason and Friend Show history.
Yeah, that's what you should do. Like every once in a while, you should be like, on this date, this Sunday ago, 7 years ago.
if it was easy-
we talked about this.
If ChatGPT can go and analyze our old shit and pull up the episodes that we're referencing, then that would be fun. Like, hey,
Yeah.
ChatGPT, find the episode where I said this. Hey, ChatGPT, find the episode where Mike said that.
It probably could.
I think the newest version might be able to if you paid the money for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on. in the Chat GPT world. It's crazy.
I know. My son told me the other day that he didn't feel like reading his 20 pages of homework, so he was just going to have Chat GPT read it for him and summarize. And I was like, no, sir. You're going to read a summary, but you're not going to... You can read a fucking summary, but you're not going to read 20 pages of shit. Like, give me a break.
Cliff Notes, yo. It's automatic Cliff Notes.
I mean, I guess we had Cliff Notes growing up.
Cliff
I can't
Notes
imagine
GPT.
just,
Cliff Notes
like,
GPT.
I know, but I don't like that these kids are using that
But
as
here's
a crutch.
the thing, Lisa. Like, as
Fucking read your homework, man.
I never really learned much in school or whatever because I was like, I don't know. It wasn't good. But when I dropped out of college, I started reading books and doing stuff, you know,
Right.
like thinking for myself and like
Yeah.
reading things and trying to like think.
So it took you to your 20s to decide to educate yourself. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
right, pretty much. Well, like I was going with the systems education to a degree and rapidly becoming more and more
Where'd you go to school again? What county?
George Mason. And
Yeah.
I went to 2 years in Botetourt County near Roanoke for
That's
high
right,
school.
you're country.
And 2 years in outside of Charlottesville at Albemarle High School.
Okay,
so
got you.
I've got a blend of
Yuppie
rural
country. That's what you are.
and,
Yuppie.
well, you know, I also lived in Petersburg as a boy, so
Oh, never mind.
I'm from-
Scratch what I just said.
I'm from all over the place. I thought that might check your opinion, but
it does.
Yeah,
Petersburg is scary.
it was scary in the '80s.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
Yeah, so yeah, but what was I talking about?
I don't know. We were talking about being on the podcast and having a podcast.
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's
how-
nice to have a podcast.
Yes, and how you're famous. And
I
how.
don't know about that, but how I'm always trying to keep people from like knowing too much of who
But
I
you
am.
want listeners. Yeah,
yet
you want
being
listeners.
myself, yeah.
Yeah, how do you promote something that you're scared to share with your most inner
Well, like I hand out
circle?
cards to random folks here and there.
Yeah.
And like I keep getting the more videos we post on YouTube and Rumble, the more randomized accounts that are like, hey, let me do your SEO for you and all this shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what even this. I don't even know how to do that shit.
Yeah.
Or what the hell I'd really be supposed to be doing. And I've looked into it a couple times, and I'm always like, this shit just. I just like making a podcast. I don't give a fuck about all that other shit. You know
We
what I
don't need to
mean?
be too fancy.
Well, like, I mean, it might could help as far as like promoting the show, but like, you know, if I'm gonna be famous in the state, I need to be rich to the point where I don't have anything making money other than the show.
Right.
That way I can really just do the show and not be like, let me make sure I don't mention this specific thing that
Yeah.
could blow up on me at my job that makes me money.
Exactly.
Right,
And threaten my livelihood.
right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to walk that tightrope. And it's tricky.
It seems like it. It is for me, and I'm just on the show periodically.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. It should not your name on it either.
Yeah.
You
Like,
can be like, that ain't me.
well,
You got more plausible deniability than I do. You know, it's tough to
the
deny.
most unsettling thing was when my son told me he found the show. He was like, he just sent me a screenshot of a YouTube video, and he was like, I found it. It was the most ominous shit ever. I was like, oh no.
What's going on, boy? Shout out to the young
You
blood.
better not be watching.
I
You
know
better
you're
not be watching.
Hey, look, we're gonna start talking
We
about
had
some
a pact.
nasty shit, dog. You're not gonna want to hear
We
it.
had a fact.
We're gonna bring up stuff you don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that?
I'm real excited for him today because he's asking a girl to homecoming. Would you guys have done that when you were in high school? Like
Never
the
did that.
big productions that people do
No.
now? It's a whole fucking thing. It's almost like a marriage
Back in
proposal.
our day, we was like, hey, bitch, you know, you coming?
Right. I remember getting really mad at my high school boyfriend because he didn't ask me, and he was like, we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
So we're going.
It's assumed that like you're going with me. I don't need to ask. And I remember being like,
That seems reasonable to
that's
me.
fucked up.
That seems
because
reasonable to me, Lisa.
I don't think it was reasonable. My feelings were hurt. I was like,
You're
just
my girlfriend.
are resting
How
on
are-
your laurels, assuming
So-
that I'm gonna go.
So wait a minute.
Maybe
if-
I don't want to go.
What if some other guy came up to you
Okay.
in high school and was like, do you want to go to homecoming with me? Would you have been like, I have a boyfriend? Or would you have been like, yeah, let's go?
Yeah.
He's getting offended.
I understand.
It took this man a year of telling me straight every single time, like the weekend was coming up. He would be like, what time are you getting here? And I'd be like, I don't know, am I coming? because he never would ask. He would never say like, all right, do you want to come over? I think there's some people in this world, and I guess I'm just one of them, that needs to be told that like, you want me around.
You want verbal reinforcement to a degree
yes.
that the average man does not feel it is necessary.
Exactly.
Like, how many times...
I've learned to simmer down. I have simmered down a lot, and I know now to assume that if Andrew gets invited somewhere, that I'm invited too, or if that he's got a free day, that he wants to spend it with me. But it's taken almost over a year for me to like get that through my head, because I don't know. I just assume people are so super independent that like, unless you say explicitly to me you want me around, like, I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna get it. Because I don't just infer. I guess maybe it's because I was married to somebody that like had a very insular life from me. Like, we had very separate lives, so it doesn't like, I never got that like.
Just like bumped into each other going to the bathroom.
Yeah, like two ships passing in the night.
Constantly.
Like we never did shit together.
Well,
like we didn't even go to company Christmas parties with each other.
But were you like always expecting him to ask you to go do these things, and then he never did, so you just didn't go?
He never did anything, period, really. It was mostly like, I would be like, I would like to do this. Would you like to come? And he would be like, no, I don't want to come. And then
Wow.
he didn't really ever invite me anywhere. I think we went to like 2 Christmas parties the whole 7 years we were married. But he went every year. I mean, he didn't really just...
So he was like, I'm going to the Christmas party, you stay here?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then when my Christmas party happened at Capital One, I wanted him to come with me, and he said no. So I got dressed up. I think he thought I wasn't going to go if he didn't go with me, but I went to that party by myself, and I had a blast.
Bullshit.
It was.
Fuck that guy.
It was.
Fuck that shit.
It's just weird. Like, if you're not used to that in a relationship where somebody always assumes that, like, you're their plus one or you're their, like, ride or
Well,
die.
like, here's the thing.
Like,
When I had
it's a hard thing to get used to.
When I had a person I was hanging out with in more recent times, I would confirm,
Yeah.
you know, we hanging out this Saturday or whatever.
Right.
Like,
Oh, I would do that.
you know what I'm saying?
There'd be conversation on a Tuesday or Wednesday about her coming on fucking Friday, and
Right.
since I ain't reply on Thursday or
Right.
Friday, she just assumed that everything changed.
I'd be like, oh, that actually happened recently.
Yeah.
I would be like,
So I think what...
so
I
it's
think-
still taking me some time, I guess.
Yes, I'd say if we can analyze anything, gentlemen out there
That
need
happened
to...
like 2 weeks ago.
Gentlemen, we need to try to communicate a little more clearly.
Or just maybe I can't wait to see you later. Like, it's like that kind of text, because that
You
would
gonna be ready for some of this dick here in a couple hours?
Send me that. Like, yes, please. Get me in the mood. Like, go ahead. Foreplay with the texting. I like it. That's my thing. I like it. So, yes. But if I don't hear from you all day, and we made plans on Tuesday to hang out on Friday, and I don't hear from you for like 24 hours, I'm going to assume that like you've made other plans or that you've forgotten about
Even
me.
if this is your boyfriend of like a year or two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
You're out of your mind, my
I'd be
dear.
mad as fuck.
Calm down.
7:30 when I come, I'll be like, how far? I'm still at the house. I didn't think I was going
Oh, I didn't think I was invited.
He thought I was on the road.
I'm gonna get you pouting.
You want me
I wasn't pouting. I had friends over.
I have friends over because I'm rebelling. Because fuck you. Because you didn't invite me. You didn't confirm your invite.
Well, I guess I'm coming.
You didn't double down on your RSVP from 4 days ago, asshole.
I can see how
I would
that's frustrating.
I would confirm it, which I'd be like, are you coming next week? Hey, now that I'm literally letting go of your booty cheek, are you
know.
gonna be here next week?
Right.
All right, cool. I'll see you then.
Bitch.
Maybe we can text a little in between or have a conversation on the phone if you wanna.
So I gotta write down on my phone. Tell
Text
Lisa, see you
Lisa.
later on Friday.
Double down on the RSVP with the Jubu.
Since you're coming to the birthday
Apparently.
party.
Don't forget, is it Wednesday or Thursday? Don't
Apparently.
forget to double down on your RSVP
Well,
for
you
weekend plans with the
You gotta
Jubu.
understand, women are inundated at this day and age. Women are inundated with this belief that, like, if he wanted to, he would. Like, we get constant
Right,
stream of like social media that's like, girls, don't settle for less. Like,
You're watching the wrong streams.
But no, I've really made a conscious effort to like say what I need, because I used to be somebody that was just like very passive and like I didn't have standards. And because I didn't have standards, I kept wondering why I was with these like loser dudes. So I've tried to like raise my standards, and like if something doesn't feel right, like I'll say it. But I also am like, well, if he wants to see me, he can text me. and remind me that he wants to see me.
But text messages
if
work
he wanted
both ways.
to, he would.
Text messages work both ways. If she wanted to communicate better, she would.
I do. You're right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You're right. It does,
Like, I need
go
to
both ways. I could have been like, I can't wait to see you later.
Right. I'm
I
going to
could
get to
have
see
done
you
that.
later, right?
Yeah.
And then they're going to, hell yeah, you're going to get to see me later. You know what I'm saying? You'll get to see this dick too. Like, I mean, that's what.
Well, now I feel bad. Now I feel
Oh,
bad.
that's what it took, finally?
Yes, I guess we just needed to talk it out,
Sometimes-
Lou.
Yeah, you just need to talk out loud, but it actually happened.
I mean, I thought that I had like.
Y'all could have had this conversation, but like false Jew had to step in and have the conversation. Hey, let me tell you something, sweetie. I do want you around. That's what I keep having you around
Thanks,
for.
Joe.
If I don't want to have you around, I'll tell you stop coming around. God damn it.
That is something he has said to me before.
Well,
It's
like I had a girl
he would
like that.
know.
I had a girl like that, so I've dealt with this level of frustration where I'm like, I'm hanging out with you because I like hanging out. Like I'm sorry, I'm not doting over your obnoxious ass enough. Pardon me for being just happy that you're here and you're relaxing and not going out of my fucking way.
Okay, well now I feel bad.
Oh my.
Now I feel like I'm high maintenance
I
or
just
something.
cracked my. All women are, but it's easier to be high maintenance if you like. You know how new cars are, right?
Yeah.
I always refer to women like cars, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to do it, but like
know.
old cars, you have to figure out what's wrong with them, right? You have to listen, and you have to
Yeah.
feel around.
Yes.
New cars are like, hey, change my oil. My rear differential
That's
is overheating. You know what I'm saying?
true.
Like, can you just fucking, what's the matter?
Yeah.
Just say it!
I get you. I'm not really a new car or an old car.
I understand,
I'm kind of a
but I'm just trying to use like the automotive communicating with oneself as to what's the matter. Like your car wants to be fixed, right? Just like your relationship wants to work, right?
Right.
But like if your car doesn't
It's
tell
actually
you
a pretty
what's
good analogy.
I know, that's why I always use it. If your car doesn't tell you what's the matter with you, you have to figure out what's the matter with it. How do you do that? You put it up in the air, you wiggle some pieces, you listen to it, you turn the stereo down,
This
you put it
sounds
in
like
reverse.
a good recipe
you
for fixing whatever's wrong.
You see
Throw
what
it
I'm
up in the air, you
right.
wiggle some pieces.
See what I'm saying? It's just like a lady. You gotta find the spots that squeak that are supposed to squeak and make them squeak more, and find the spots that aren't supposed to squeak that are
Put some
squeaking and
oil
make
on
them
it.
stop fucking
Yeah,
squeaking, right?
WD-40.
Exactly. It's really that simple. But like a newer car tells you more things more clearly, and it's much easier to diagnose and fix.
I think too that it really does so much depend on, like, yes, there's a generalization there that is correct. You are right. But I
It's
do
a communication generalization.
Well, I think that it depends on how like damaged a girl is too, and how damaged a guy
Absolutely.
is. Like, if
Absolutely.
you are used to being treated like shit, your first healthy relationship is really hard. Like, it's way harder than the piece of shits that you're used to dating, because at least you know what you're getting with those. Like, you have to constantly remind yourself, like, this isn't a trap. This isn't like, this guy's genuine. Like, you have to really remind yourself
See,
of that shit.
and like I'm in the complete total opposite thing in a sense where I'm like, I'm throwing rocks and whoever it hits, I'm like, hey, you want to have dinner? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have no form of like finding people out
Yeah.
there in the world. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna go to this bar and hang around and ask out every woman that walks by. Like I understand the Boomhauer premise.
Yeah.
But like that's better for just getting laid, which is cool.
Yeah.
But like if I want to hang out with
But
somebody
yeah,
I don't want to be
relationship,
annoyed by,
yeah.
like I don't know where to find that at.
Right.
And I've joked about going to the library and talking to chicks that are at the library, like,
Yeah.
hey, like you're at the library, so maybe you're not dumb.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't even know, is that the line? Do I roll up to her and just say, hey, I'm single, you're at the library, so you're probably not dumb. Do you want to go out sometime? Like,
Either that or she doesn't have internet.
either way, she's resourceful
she's
enough.
at the library.
She's resourceful enough if
Free
she's at the
Wi-Fi.
library for the free Wi-Fi that she's at the library for the free
Needs to
Wi-Fi.
be picking up the homeless
I'm
chicks.
saying. Maybe. Hey, look, if she got a gym membership, it keeps that ass
Thinking they're
clean.
smart because they're at the public library.
It could be. It could be, Lisa.
I know.
See, but I feel like
I hear ya.
feel like I've got just as much of a chance with that scratcher as I got with any other scratcher I go for.
That's true.
They're all scratchers.
That's true. Women
You know?
women make jokes about going to Home Depot to pick up men.
Yeah.
Like look lost at Home Depot and you'll pick up somebody. I think that's probably true. I think that's probably true.
I mean, to a degree, somebody's going to offer to help, but
You
it might.
guys just need to go to Target.
Is Target the spot?
Target.
What do
yeah.
I do? I need to
Or
look.
Home Goods.
Should I look lost at Home Goods?
Yes, absolutely.
But what am I supposed to buy at Home
That's
Goods?
actually worked with me before. I was at a Home Goods and
Cookware.
a dude
Bacon pan or some
literally,
stupid shit like that.
he was like, I don't know which one of these is better. It was like some Rachel Ray cook set, swear to God. And,
Casserole dish or something like that. Be over there staring at a
and
bunch of
next
glass.
thing you know, I'm like giving this dude my number because I thought it was so cute that he was trying to buy his sister some pants. That whole thing was probably a fucking setup.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely.
You be buying your brother.
Yeah, my brother's my sister now,
Yes.
and I'm
Brother,
trying to
sister,
buy her.
yes.
I'm trying to buy her some nice.
Or your
matching-
mom. You really want to make a girl melt? Say that you're getting your mom a birthday present.
Yeah, pots and pans. You'd be standing there looking at it. I don't know which one. Is this,
but it's-
is this
it's pots and
non-stick
pans.
better than Pyrex?
That would get me. That would get me, I think. I think I would melt for that.
So what do I just stand there and stare and wait for a
Yeah.
girl I think's attractive to walk by and be
Yes.
like, hey, what do you
Yeah,
think?
just look
Yes.
at them. Yeah, be like, what is
Yes.
better, Pyrex or this non-stick?
Yeah, so should I
This-
say,
this
hey, what do
dude
you
was
think, or
like-
should I say, can I get your opinion on something real quick?
Well, this guy was smooth as fuck. He like kind of followed me around the store a little bit.
Ah,
and
shut up. So he stalked you into this?
No, but I thought to myself, I was like, this dude. And then when he spoke to me, he said, one of the things he said, he was like, I'm sorry. He was like, you just look like somebody that has really good taste. And like, like I was just trying to see what you were
This
looking
is-
at because I was trying to pick out something for my stupid sister. And I was like, oh, or he didn't say stupid, but he said my sister. And I was like, oh, that's like so flattering that he was stalking
Yeah, he
me.
nailed you.
He did.
He got you
me.
with the stalk. See, that's the thing. He was good enough looking that it wasn't stalking.
You must
That's
be wearing gray sweatpants.
If he was
He
weird,
must have been wearing gray. That's
could
my
have been.
weakness.
Could have been.
My weakness. I had to explain gray sweatpants to a lesbian this morning. She didn't know the gray sweatpant phenomenon. I was teasing the Jew about his gray sweat shorts, and I was like, looking at him, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Gray sweatpants, gray basketball shorts. It's like a thing." And she had no clue, as a lesbian, that the gray sweatpants thing was such a big deal. So I started showing her all these memes and shit about women getting ready for gray sweatpants season. Ladies, it's coming.
right.
So
Look out,
stupid.
ladies.
So stupid.
Look out, you dumbass hoes.
Look, it's all fine and games until you got a man that looks real good in gray sweatpants, and then you're like, I don't like gray sweatpants season anymore. I don't like it.
I don't have any gray sweatpants, I don't think.
You got enough gray shorts.
I
Well,
don't even think these are gray.
have to
man. I
buy
think
'em
they're
other
more
They're
pants.
black
like a
gray.
dark gray.
buy him other pants, Lisa, if you want to be so weird about it.
Yep.
I mean, I could, I
There you
guess.
go.
Yeah.
He'll take some free pants. I mean, look, I'm over here in fucking shredded pants. My shit's as old as fuck. I don't even like.
They're camo too. That's cute.
Yeah, these things are ancient. I don't even know.
They're probably from high school.
I think they're a little newer than that, but they're very close.
Men don't buy clothes. Like
Yeah.
y'all be wearing the same shit
I
you've
got a
had
lot of.
since high
That's
school.
right. I got a lot of
or
pants from high
college.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I get newer T-shirts
true.
or whatever, but the pants, they ain't changed.
Yeah.
Like I wear pants that I wear to work, and I wear pants that I've had since high school or sometime that I bought after high school.
Yeah. See, women, we have to change with the times more.
Shit, no, it's y'all grow in and out of your shit.
Well, that's true. Women's weight fluctuates
Yeah.
so fucking much.
That's what
that,
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've always worn my pants loose, so like I'm pretty much good with my old stuff.
He's like, I can gain about 10 pounds. I'm good.
I got a fluctuation. I got
Yeah.
a fluctuation I can have.
Yeah.
Like, am I going to the last hole in the belt buckle or the second to last hole in the belt buckle?
Is it Thanksgiving week or no?
I mean, it's Thanksgiving week. I might throw on some gray sweatpants. You know what I mean? But, like,
That's the trick. Gray
don't nobody wanna
sweatpants
see that shit.
in Home Goods, buying a Christmas present
Oh,
for your
yeah.
mom. That's a triple threat. Triple threat.
Yeah.
You got to try it and then report back, Mace. For real.
That's gotta work.
Yeah.
Trifecta.
That's a trifecta, man. For real.
I'll have to buy some gray sweatpants. Or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And have like a I was trying to see like how you could make it obvious that you are in the career that you're in, because you're in one of the careers that girls, in my experience, women are like, oh, he knows how to fix cars, so that you actually got the four things going for you.
Well, see, like-
you need to have some grease
That's a
on your
super
hand. He
trifecta.
needs to have
I've
some
always-
grease on his hands.
I've always told the
Super
girls
trifecta.
that like
Yeah.
I know how to like put nuts on bolts that I can't see that are really small and hard to reach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus, Nathan.
like I'd be like, okay, wait, so there's
Oh, my
the
God.
stud.
On bolts,
And I can
on
screw this
things.
bolt on that
Oh,
stud, and now I just need 7mm on a long end ratchet here.
Yeah.
All right, we're tight.
There is something about blue collar men that
Yeah.
like women just fucking eat it up.
Yeah, they like it when you can help them change their spark plugs or some shit.
Yep.
Like, oh, come on by, we'll get your brakes taken
Do
care
you
of.
fix my lawnmower? I got a lawnmower for the new house that I'm living at.
Fix that thing. That thing is a fucking trash.
You made it work enough that she found it appealing.
Yes.
It cut the grass.
And then he
but-
mowed the grass for me.
Oh, look at that.
but
That's
I
what
think
really got
I
it going.
guarantee you, if I went, when we
So
go there
sweet.
tonight, that I'm going to start that motherfucker to be dead again.
Really?
I bet it.
Damn.
The tractor's got alternators. How the hell are the batteries charged? They gotta have alternators.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an alternator in that mix.
It's gotta be small as fuck. Cause I've never really looked for it.
Everything down there on those things is tiny. It's like a 1.5 a lot of the times.
So-
1.5 horsepower.
I don't know.
It's
If
old
I
as
mean, this
shit.
junk was just sitting there.
The landlord was shocked that you got it to work. When I talked to him, I was like, "Oh yeah, we mowed the grass." He was like, "Oh my
the fucking
god."
thing worked no problem." And now all of a sudden
Yeah.
I could. Oh, you got it to work? Yeah, you fucking ass clown.
Well,
Yeah.
then you probably just got to keep jumping it because if you can get it going enough to stay running, like it's not so much the
all I did was
alternator.
put a new battery in it. I ain't changed the spark plug
Well,
or nothing.
if you
Like,
put a
it
new-
tried to turn over quick, but it just needed a battery.
If you put in a new battery and you go down there and it does start, then it's gravy.
Then that'd be good.
But if it doesn't, then it's probably bad ground, just like we had on your truck that time I came out here and helped you fix it. She says, this fool's an electrician, and when I told him he had a bad ground, he said, what does that mean? And I was like, what do you work with electricity? How do you not
AC.
understand ground? Like AC, DC, is that DC? I guess you're talking DC over there.
Tom Daisy.
They got that's the
But it was. I mean,
dual
I don't know.
current, and what that is.
Well, we did re-ground it. Second grounded, I guess.
Second ground.
We threw some fat wires in the
Yeah, we
mix.
just
and
ran
got that
right through
thing
the
running.
funnel. Yeah.
I was like, all right, here we're gonna
See,
do. We're gonna delete
that's
this
hot.
here, and this here. Yeah, man, it was.
I like it.
Yep.
But that shit just. That other ground had to just break off because that truck was running no problem, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
it
there
just
had to be
wasn't.
something there that disintegrated.
So that shit just had to break apart.
Yeah. That's like.
Because I've never tracked it down where that actually goes, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, that shit was running fine and it just wasn't.
That was the thing. I was amazed. I was like, how'd you get it here? And you're like, I've been driving it like this. And I'm like, there's no fucking way you've been driving this truck. Like, this is not working.
How?
And I ran a bunch of new wires, and it wasn't even that many. I had like 3 or 4 just. Because I added an extra ground and ran a ground.
Yeah, we ran one right to
We're
the
gonna
fucking
double whammy this
sidewall
thing.
right there.
Yeah, we're gonna make this thing real nice and grounded, and then put it in the battery, connected everything, and vroom, started right up, la-di-da. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, simple, simplistic things, man. Old school cars, they just go back together.
I know.
It's kind of nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that truck's real nice. 2000, so easy to work on.
Yeah, nice and light. Grand scheme of things, anyway.
The antique here right around the corner. I gotta figure out how many letters I can get.
On an antique
The
plate.
antique plate. I think it's still 6. We saw that one the other day, which was it was 7, but he had it on an old '69 Camaro. So I don't know how long that plate been on there for. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They probably
right.
don't make that shit no more. It was all white junk, so
An old white antique
old
plate.
white antique plate. So they probably don't even, like I said, they not even make that.
Well, some of them you can buy old plates.
Yeah, I guess you can also do that too.
Like, did it have the year on it? Like stamped in?
It said 69 on the bottom.
Said on the
but I don't know
plate?
if that on the plate. I don't know if that
Yeah,
was a year
that's-
plate or if that's a whip or what.
No, that's the year.
related.
That's if you can buy specific old school Virginia plates up into I think 76 or something like that, and they had the year of the automobile on them. So you
Yeah.
get the plate and it would
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
69.
that's that
like,
big old year at
Yeah.
the bottom.
like my dad has a 68 Camaro and it has a 68 on it. The license plate he's got, and it's black and white.
Yeah. This was all black and white. Yeah, white
Yeah.
with black letters. Yeah, but it had 7 on there with the dash. So, but I think I'm gonna put still rolling on there.
Still rolling?
Yeah.
That's cute.
It's apropos for that vehicle, the way it looks.
Yeah.
People are like, how's this thing still
How the fuck is
rolling?
this thing still riding?
How you still riding, man?
No. But she still got some life in her.
That thing keeps kicking. I'm amazed.
I am too. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on the day where, she just don't want to start no more. But I start that motherfucker right up, we can get right down the fucking road. With shit or without shit, you know what I mean? Fuck.
It's 6, baby.
6 letters on an antique plate.
That's what I figured. STLRRLN.
Something along those lines. There's going to be might be taken, but there's going to be something along them lines.
And I put NKA PLZ on there. Then if that was,
If you can get it, I don't think they'll give it to you. I put in some funny shit, man, lately, dude. I've been looking at shit. Yeah, so the tragedy struck. I did get the Corvette totaled the other week when y'all was on vacation. So the Corvette's gone. I don't have any reason to fucking.
What the hell? What?
What?
Yeah. I was waiting for you to ask, but I don't feel like keeping it to myself anymore with all this car.
Well, I would never ask if you. If
I know, like that's what Mike and I
happened?
were saying. Like if we don't bring it up, Mike, that you ain't gonna ask.
What
Yeah, I would just assume you
happened?
just didn't feel like driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. I
Some
would
shithead
assume.
was turning off of the road that I was pulling onto, and I went to pull on the road, and then they decided to pull back out and not turn.
Fuck.
So I got on the gas a little too hard and started sliding.
Oh no.
And when I could have slid into the lane where that person was, I made sure I didn't, and I ended up in a ditch.
Yep.
So
You saved lives by sacrificing the vet.
pretty much.
Wow.
So
That was you ripped the side up or you fucked the bottom of
twist the
it?
frame, tore it off
And
the
it
frame.
was totaled. They totaled
Would have been
it
probably
out.
$20K, but we probably couldn't have got the parts to fix it. And
His insurance
it was
paying.
total.
The insurance is
I
cutting
got
the
to
check.
finish up the gap thing, but yeah, insurance
Okay.
is taking care of their
I'm
part.
so sorry. I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, no, you had
I
gap
can't believe you
insurance?
didn't fucking tell us.
Oh, you good.
Yeah, I was waiting to
Getting ready
see. Mike and I were talking about it on the show once because like I didn't bring it up the
I
first
would have
week.
said something today. I
'Cause
would
I
have
was
gone out
upset.
there and been like, "Where's the vet?"
I
Yeah,
would have assumed you would drive the vet today because the roads are wet.
yeah.
You know, it had to be like 5 beautiful ass Sundays in a
Right,
row where
right,
I'm
right,
like, bro,
right.
why ain't you? What's wrong
Right,
with the vet? You
right,
know what I mean?
right.
But like today, you want to take the vet if you have
Yeah,
it because
that's
it's
right.
wet.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because it was bad in the water car, but you know,
Wow, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but if you had gap, I'm not gonna lie. If you had gap, you gonna get paid.
oh, I'm gonna be fine. It's all gonna be clear.
You gonna pay
like
this
whatever
one,
I
because
owe.
when I wrecked
it'll all
that
be-
Central and I had gap, I think I made money. I was like,
I mean-
I'm about to buy another one of these wrecking one of these motherfuckers.
Well-
Y'all just gonna give me money.
Well, like the way it works is it's going to cover a certain amount. I've already made another payment, so I'll get a little money in the end back into an account. But at this point, I'm like really getting tired of my Buick because I've been working on it and it keeps making noise, and I'm like, there's things that need to be fixed, and I'm tired of chasing it. So I've ordered something from where I work. And,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. What you getting? What you getting?
Well,
You want to surprise us?
it's an OJ. I'm getting an OJ.
No.
Yeah, I'm getting an OJ.
Seriously?
Seriously, I'm getting an OJ.
Why?
Because I've wanted one for a long time.
And white too.
And white. And
of
white.
course white.
And white.
Gotta be white.
Absolutely. I'm getting the OJ in white.
Oh my god.
What year is that?
This could be a 24.
But that's
Oh, so you got a new
wonderful. That's fucking badass.
Yeah, I'm looking for something with a warranty and all that jazz.
and now you don't have to have a weight limit.
Yes, I know, but I kind of like a weight limit. I think I'm going to have to maintain
Still
it.
gonna have weight limit. I think in the front somewhere, man, it says.
Carry a scale in the thing and be like, baby, you can get in if you don't hit 250.
Oh my god.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, the
Yeah.
weight limit's kind of gone to a degree at this
Can you
point.
take the
Yeah.
Can you take the weight limit off the vet somehow?
Pull a sticker and put it on the
Yeah,
Bronco.
take
Yeah,
that,
that'd
yeah.
be dope.
Oh my god, that's so wrong. No, don't encourage that.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I'm gonna get NOFT
Sorry, man.
GRL. No fat girl.
Don't.
But
Don't. You're just asking to piss off half the population.
I know. There's a lot of fat people these days.
No, not that. Women. You're just gonna piss off women if you do that. No fat girls. Oh my god, you're so awful. I cannot. It'd be like us walking around with a license plate, no little dick.
That's what girls do all the time. They be walking around saying that kind of shit all the time.
No, we
They don't
don't.
have it on their
easy
license
one,
plate,
though.
but they be
That's
saying
in-
that shit all the time.
That's NBBY DK.
No baby dick.
Yeah.
No baby dick. That's awful. Can you imagine?
You can even get more than that, there, right?
Yeah.
B.
But it makes sense, you know. The fat girls, they can't deal with that shit.
I mean, yes.
That's the truth. I mean, nobody wants nothing. Like, no big deal in my book.
That's crazy.
It happens.
Oh my god.
Well,
Jesus.
with that said, we're gonna have to bring
Damn.
this episode of the Mason and Friend Show to a close. We'll discuss more in the next episode on this nonsense. And don't forget, be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick. Keep grinding on the things you're trying to get done, because that's how things get done.
But no fat girls.
Hey, look, man, I'm not going to be addicted to fat girl. I'm just not going to fucking date her. You know what I'm saying?
Go fuck one if you had to.
Like,
You ain't gonna date her.
I'm not going to be I mean,
Oh my god.
there's a lot of things I'm not going to do as far as
He's just
being an
gonna take the
asshole
right
about
one to
it.
drop it on him hot.
I
And then
know.
next thing you know, he's gonna be
I
like,
know.
well, maybe not all fat chicks suck.
Right.
You know
See,
what
but
I
here's the
mean?
thing. If I bring in some girl that I'm
Cock
dating, I
fighting so
can't be
bad.
like, hey, this I'm dating a fat girl. You know what I mean? Like,
You gonna get him a big
Even
girl
if I
that's
got a
gonna
big
end up
girl.
blowing him and then licking his ball at the same time. You know what I mean? Then he's
Over.
like, well, all right,
It's over.
Jessica is a beautiful girl.
She's got a pretty face.
Like, y'all want to go out to Outback? I'm like, yeah, let's go.
yeah, she's going out to Outback and getting 3 sirloins.
Take the Bronca.
Bronca.
Yeah.
The Bronca.
Bronco's out of whack, man. The seats over there are all out of whack because the big girl been riding in it.
Gotta sit on this side.
I had to put the back seat back in for people to ride in because the front
Bouncing out
seat's
of
destroyed.
boat. Keep these bitches on the right. Everybody stay on the left. Steel frame passenger seat.
See, this is why I don't talk to people. Like, cause if I can't be nice to them, I don't talk to them.
I got that titanium frame for you, girl. Get your ass up on in here.
Anyway,
Don't like it.
don't be a dick, and don't forget we love you very much, and have
All
a great
of you.
rest of your day. Everybody, we love everybody. We're not discriminatory about who we do and don't love. It's who we will and won't love.
Fucking word.
Peace be with you.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.